안녕하세요, Lenny입니다. Welcome back to my channel. First, I want to start by showing you guys some things. I can't believe it. 943 subscribers. So this was literally me in the morning. 네, 여보세요. 여기 그 등 마사지 있으세요? 네, 그거 있죠. 제가 블로그에서 봤는데 혹시 처음에 50% 할인 있어요? 네, 그럼 등 마사지 얼마예요? 아, 네. 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 그럼 일단 제가 예약할게요. 오늘 돼요? 오늘 4시 반쯤 네, 알겠습니다. 그럼 네, 이따 봐요. 감사합니다. 네. I was able to ask all the questions I wanted to ask, but she was saying something about the different packages, and that's when I started to literally sweat. What are you saying? It's nerve-wracking. So for all of my viewers who commented in my previous videos and said, how do I overcome the fear of being shy in front of a Korean person and the fear of making mistakes? It's hard. Like every time I pick up the phone, I have to take a deep breath. I have to sort of like prepare myself. Sometimes like in the beginning, I even wrote down exactly what I had to say in Korean. Like I would ask my Korean friends, how do I say it? Write me a script, and then I would just follow. But of course, that being said, even if you can speak it, you have to be able to understand them. And for me, even now, it's the tricky part. Over time, I feel like I have gotten better and the confidence builds. So anyway, today I wanted to introduce the books that I've used to study Korean. I borrowed 2 books on beginner Korean when I was in Canada, and for the sake of me, I cannot remember what the name of those 2 books were because it's been more than 9 months now since I read them. But I believe it was this book and this book. But essentially, I recommended to one of my commenters, just go to your library, type beginner level Korean, and maybe a result of like 10 books will come out. Go to that section, flip through the ones, all the books there, and find one that you like. And just start with that one, go through it, and there's your beginner Korean material that you have to begin off of. After coming to Korea, since I had already finished my beginner's level Korean books, I went on to the intermediate level. So I borrowed I bought these 2 books from Gyobo, which is a really big bookstore chain in Korea. So the first one I got is this one, Topic in 30 Days. It is a intermediate vocabulary book, and says here this book contains more than 2,200 words that are highly possible to appear in the upcoming TOPIK exam after analyzing the past tests. I love how this book, super cute, it comes divided into literally 30 days. That's why it's called TOPIK in 30 days. Because it's designed for the TOPIK exam, it gives you also a guideline of the exam dates and question composition. So vocabulary, grammar, writing, listening, reading, and basically how many questions you can expect in each of those areas. So for writing, how many questions, multiple choice, how many questions, etc. Here you have a schedule of broken down into like day 1 to day 30, and for each day there is a list of 33 words, the Korean as well as the English. Each word comes with 1 example sentence. So I will just give you an example of what words appear in this book. So the first one is 필요하다, which is to need. And the sample sentence, 호텔에 계시면서 필요한 것이 있으면 바로 전화 주세요. So you can see that the sample sentence is difficult, like they use 존댓말, which is the honorific language, and the grammar is very difficult. So only move on to this book if you are at an intermediate level. But I do like how this book gives you, aside from the 33 words per day, they give you some additional words, such as 감다, which means, first meaning is wash, second meaning is close, to close one's eyes, and the third meaning is to put a bandage around. For any learners of a language, really, words that mean multiple meanings is really the tricky thing. Like when you search up a word that you don't know on a dictionary, it'll give you multiple definitions and you don't really know which definition is to be used for a certain context. So I find that this really helps because it shows you the different polysemies. Am I pronouncing that correctly? The different meanings that one word can have. And they also give you antonyms, which is opposite meaning words. So this one is 가입, which means join, and 탈퇴, which is withdraw. And then they also give you synonyms, different words that mean the same thing. Tricky, tricky. This one, there is 짙다, which is dark, and 진하다, which also means dark. And actually at the back of the book, they also give you some words that are like idioms in Korean. For example, here they have proverbs and idiomatic expressions. So here is 가는 날이 장날, which apparently means as luck would have it. This expression is used when you end up with something unexpected while you were doing something. And yeah, and it's really helpful because they have the Korean idiomatic as well as the English idiom. So if you are a Korean person studying English, this could also be helpful. For example, like an expression we always use, the grass is greener on the other side. In Korean is 남의 떡이 더 크 보인다. I didn't know that. I gotta learn this. Okay, so that is my first book. That one I actually recommend, even if it's just for learning more difficult vocabulary. So this is for all the people who feel like, I know how to use, speak daily dialogue, but my vocabulary is lacking because I want to take the TOPIK exam, or I just want to be able to write diary entries, whatever. Then start with that book. The other book I bought is the Korean Grammar in Use Intermediate. Looks like this. Oh, both books come with a CD, which contains like the audio file for pronouncing the sentences. And this one also is aimed at the TOPIK intermediate exam. And this book focuses on grammar. If you think you are maybe the intermediate level, but you're not sure, you can always just look up this book and check it yourself. So this book, basically each grammar point looks like this. It comes with a few sample, not a lot, like 4 sample sentences, and then they tell you how to conjugate it in the verb form or adjective form, past tense, present tense, or future tense. And then there is a 1 page where you can essentially practice forming the sentence and conjugating it. So 1 page is really not a lot. You definitely need more than 10 sample sentences to really get it into your brain, I feel. So again, as I've mentioned in my previous videos, I would recommend actually making Korean friends, type to them in Korean, try to use that grammar that you learn, and keep making your own sample sentences, because you definitely, just that book alone, it's not a workbook, first of all, so just relying on it will not get you like that for writing sentences. And that is pretty much the end of my video. Thank you very much for everyone who has tuned into my channel, who has enjoyed my content, who has given me content and given me support by subscribing to my channel. And I really, really, really hope that I can keep providing content to you that is helpful. If you have any questions on learning Korean, or not learning Korean, but other videos, other topics you would like me to do videos on, please, please, please let me know. Comment below. It would help me so much. And once again, thank you so much for watching.